All right, a big shazam to each of you people. 3 weeks into hurricane relief. A lot of good has gone on. Y'all have given above and beyond overflow. We have overflow, and there's stuff going on today and tomorrow. And I think in the next couple weeks and months, we have budget to be able to do some more stuff. So we're being super careful with that. It's been wild. Y'all have been amazing. A lot of folks have come in from out of town to help out. Grindstone Ministries, we've talked about that. Most of those folks are from out of state. And then I saw on the Grindstone Ministries Instagram page, Wranglerstar is on the ground here in Jonesboro, Tennessee. And I hollered at Cody, Wranglerstar, and I said, hey, I've never met him. And I said, hey, can we sit down and talk? And he was very gracious. He was outside working. He stopped his work and sat down with me. And Jared came also. He sat down with Jared. It was just cool, like just really, really cool. I had a great day yesterday, and I'm going to show you our talk. And we hung out a lot more than that, but I did press record on Jared's cell phone, and just awesome. Like I want to say, like a really, really cool guy, humble, here on his own dime, helping out. And it was cool for me because it's one of the YouTubers that I love, that I really, really love what he does. And just a great day. I had a great day. Today's episode is brought to you by Hidden Hybrid Holsters. Jump over there, check them out. I am proud that they are sponsoring today's episode. Let's show them some love. HiddenHybridHolsters.com. Jump over there, shop around, get yourself a little treat. All right, I showed the picture of Cody and myself on Instagram. 99 out of 100 comments were super fantastic, but a few people were like, wah, he's come here to produce content and make money on the backs of hurricane victims. My understanding is here on his own dime. He didn't bring a camera. We used Jared's phone, and literally he stopped working to talk to me. And I just want to acknowledge that people are flying across the country to help out. It's a big deal, y'all. It's a big deal. How cool is this? I got to sit down with Wranglerstar. Big smile on my face. I'll put a link to his channel right down below. If you're not subscribed, get yourself subscribed. This is not a commercial. It's just a neat thing to be a part of. Check it out. All right, here with Act Accordingly himself on the ground here in East Tennessee. Thank you for coming. This is my community in some ways, and I think people are really blown away. Why did you come?
I don't know. I was watching it unfold. Only way I could get information was through like YouTube or TikTok. Mm-hmm. I have my moderators for a live stream. A lot of them are from North Carolina. So I was getting real, I guess, intel from them. Mm-hmm. And my heart was just breaking. I thought, I want to do something, but I didn't really know where to go, and I didn't want to show up. And we thought about maybe loading up a skid steer and driving, but I looked at the map and it was going to be 11 days driving there and back. Mm-hmm. And I remembered seeing Bear. I remembered that he did hurricane relief. Mm-hmm. I remember watching one of his videos. I think it was in Oklahoma or somewhere. So I went on the website and put in an email. They have a section there for volunteers. And I kind of thought, well, you know, I didn't hear back after a couple days, and I knew that they were completely backlogged. And I figured, well, I've done my part. You know, what else can I do? I'm not just going to show up. Well, my wife kept hounding me. She was like, did you hear back? Did you hear back? Well, no. What do you want me to do? You know, I don't know anyone. She said, well, do you mind if I look into it? And she's a super sleuth. In an hour, she had, I think, TJ's wife texting, and they're going back and forth, right? Yeah. And she texted me and said, "Here's Bear's number. Send him." So I sent a text and I said who I was, and I had my best friend wanted to come down if he could use us, and he said, "Come." So over breakfast we booked tickets and flew into Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Rented a truck. We could only bring 50 pounds, so we brought our packs. So we didn't know if we were going to be doing saw work or chainsaw work or running equipment, so we tried to pack the best we could. We brought our personal protective, you know, our chaps and Fowler's belts and such, and came in at night and met Waffles. He was waiting for us. He had a room and a cot and a sleeping bag, and we went to work.
You, as a professional homeowner, and you've got a lot of skill sets, a lot of background, but I would think like this is right in your wheelhouse, what the needs in the community are. So you've been able to do some stuff that guys like me just don't know how to do. And were you able to jump in right immediately?
Yeah, you know, what was so interesting to me is I have a background in wildland firefighting, and there's a command structure that works really well. When you roll onto a scene, it's very similar to this. Mm-hmm. So when I rolled in, I mean, I felt like I was at home. And when I walked up to this ops room, I just could not believe it. The organization, the quality of people. I mean, this is ran by volunteers. on a shoestring, and it's better run and 10x more efficient than the big federal fires. And the work that we're able to do is just phenomenal. So I felt right at home. I mean, I slipped right in. It was as natural could be.
So let me ask you this: you're a content creator, you're a YouTube guy. That was not really ever, I don't think, I've been following you forever, never plan A for you. But now, like, I mean, you're doing it and you're teaching all. I watched you the other day put lumber onto the front porch of the new cabin, and I'm like, oh, there's the flash. And I was like nodding along like I knew what I was talking about, because I've learned how to do flashing and window stuff from you. When did you know it was going to work? When did you know, like, hey, this may not be plan A for my life? When did it become, I don't know if you would use those words that it is plan A, but when did you
become
know
a content creator?
Yeah, when did you know it was working? Because it's working for you. It really is. Was there a moment?
I guess, yeah, it was a moment. I got an email from YouTube, this was a long time ago, that asked me if I'd like to sign up for their partner program. So I signed it up. I didn't think anything of it. In the early days, there wasn't any money or ad revenue in YouTube. Next month, we got a check for $101. I took it upstairs to my wife and I said, I wouldn't count on this, but you can bring it in. And she was not very thrilled of us making us public. She was very much against being on camera. That's why she's known as Mrs. Wranglerstar.
Y'all show a lot.
We do, and that right there, when I received that check and I realized you could, that, like, wow, you could do this. I could do this all the time, because that's where my heart was. I was doing it for love, because I just enjoyed sharing the information. And I just started building, and that check turned into 500 and then 1,000, and I got with her and I said, we had a meeting, and I said, when can I quit? Can I do this full time? And she gave me a number. She said, if you can meet this number, then you can quit your day job and we'll go full time.
I've watched you sharpen chainsaw blades. I've watched you, you did one of the big, you had gone to an event a while back with the big, I don't know what you call it.
Crosscut saw.
Yes, and you were like showing tips on how to sharpen that, and I'm just like nodding along like, yeah, that's how you do it right there. But it's been wild, because I think it's like a window to, like, because I think a lot of guys that live in towns, they want to be a homesteader or a professional homeowner on some level. And I think it's been really wild that people deeply connect. There's a lot of overlap of my channel with yours and my people. And like, I hear your name all the time. Like, I'm not just saying that, I really do. I hear it at least weekly, stuff that you're dealing with. And I just think it's been, I think for me, eye-opening. Does it surprise you how much people connect with what you're doing? Because you're doing some different stuff.
It still surprises me. Yeah, I don't, I'm very humbled. Sometimes I live in a remote location, and you're looking at the analytics, and you're looking at the screen and the comments, and oftentimes the negativity always seems to rise to the top, and that can stick in your mind, and you wonder, what am I doing? Am I a lone voice crying in the wilderness, and am I wasting my life? And then you come here, or you go out, or you go to an event, and I've had people that would stand in a book line for 4 hours, that drove 16 hours just to come and just to talk to you for a moment.
It matters to people.
It matters to people, and that's why my wife, Mrs. W, and I try to make sure that we get out to these events, because that it reminds us of what we're doing. It's not just about AdSense, it's not just about internet fame or whatever. It really matters, and it's worth doing. It's worth doing.
So I know that you eat, breathe, and sleep preparation and lifestyle. I mean, this is your world. Has coming here made you rethink how you guys are set up out west? And because I know you got your stuff together, especially compared to me. But has it made you rethink when you see all this and you see all the stuff that's out there in the hills? What's it make you think?
Yeah, well, first off, I'm stealing everything that I've seen. Brian and I had dinner. My best friend that came out with me. We talked about this. We're going to do this. How do we start? Well, our plan was we're going to take what we learned from here and not necessarily look for something, but when it comes up, we're not going to be caught on the back foot. We're going to have saw kits. We're going to have some heaters. We're also going to have a way to receive people that want to donate, because we don't have a 501c, and there's people that, what I've seen, the outpouring of generosity, we need to have an avenue before it's an emergency. And I don't plan on using it until then, but okay, if you want to donate, we're going to go down to Walmart. We're going to pick up blankets and heaters and tarps. We could actually organize this. This could be funded as we're driving down there and doing it. And so that's something that I had not prepared for, really thought about. The other thing is community, people. we're going to go down to our local churches. We're going to build relationships before we need them, and just, hey, this is us. This is what we're doing. So in the need, will we be able to stage equipment here? Can we bring pallets in here? Can we do this thing? So that we're not trying to figure all this out when people are in need and the whole world is on fire.
Let's talk about the Appalachian people and we'll get you out of here. Have you ever been to Appalachia before?
No.
What do you think? What do you think about my people? How's it been up in the holler?
Well, we're all about out west, PPE and chainsaw chaps. These old boys.
Explain to my people what that means.
Oh my goodness. I'm just, so.
He's talking about wearing protective gear and actually
equipment.
Safety.
I've been a fire medic. I have seen chainsaw wounds, and I do not want one. And I had to turn a blind eye a couple times, but no hard hats. But these old boys, they don't worry about that. They jump in and they get at it. If they know how to do it or not, doesn't matter.
How's the accent been? You heard any good accents up
My
in here?
wife told me, I've been here, 4 days? She's like, what's this accent?
No, you're not picking it up. You got a twang?
And I'm like, no, I was going to try to really maintain my Pacific Northwest accent here, but it grows on you.
They'll say yuns up in the hollers. They'll say yuns. I say you all, you know, it's all y'all. Everybody's y'all. But they'll say way out in Carter County, they say yuns. Yuns eat yet?
And the other thing, the sweet tea.
What about it?
It's terrible. How in the diabetes?
Yes, but it's worth it.
Is it worth it?
No, not really.
I didn't know you could have something sweeter than corn syrup, but you guys managed to
Oh,
figure
it's
that out.
crack. They'll sit around and you know, growing up, they'll sit around and talk about the restaurants. Like people sit around a campfire. Well, this sweet tea over here, this sweet. And there's people that will go to get barbecue at one restaurant and carry their tea in from another restaurant. Most people, like by 30, they switch to half and half. Like it is syrupy crack.
It's very, very sweet.
It really is. All right, I know that you're not here for thanks, but I just want to say on behalf of my people, thank you for coming. I know y'all are getting some work done. I told Dad the other day I brought some stuff down here to Grindstone, and I mean it's just morale stuff, beer and some cigars. And Dad told me, he said, Johnny, it's a puzzle. Figure out what piece you are and figure out where you fit. And I thought about that for a few days, and I just thought I was so encouraged when I saw you pop up on Grindstone's feed. I'm like, God, the chainsaw guy is here. And I know your background, and I know you're able to make some stuff happen. So thanks for coming.
Well, I appreciate that, and I wasn't intending to make content down here. I mean, I don't even have a tripod or anything to hold my phone. I came down and we just wanted to get plugged in. This is not about getting clicks for a channel or anything. Bear approached me and asked me if I could share what was going on, if I could get the word out, and I was happy to do it. So
people like seeing though, like my channel, and these people are supporting Chainsaw Crew here, and they know all about it. And you know, it's been overwhelming. We asked for this, and the overflow is mind blowing. But they also really enjoy just seeing faces and hearing the stories and hearing what's going on. So I know you didn't come here to produce content, but I'm glad you did, and I think it's very touching and humbling to see somebody drive or fly across the country and put boots on the ground. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate that. You're welcome.
Great.
This gun fits my hand better than this one does.
Diabetes.